Primary 5 Environmental Studies, first term, Unit 6, Once Upon a Time in Sri Lanka, page numbers 39 to 45. Objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will learn about our history and its sources. You will learn about our kings. You will learn about historical places in Sri Lanka. You will learn about how to take care of monuments. Our history and its sources. We all want to know about our history. So, to know about our history, how can we find about the sources of history? We can find about our history and our rulers by doing these. The first thing is visiting places of historical importance. We have so many historical importance places. By visiting those historical places, we can learn about history. Reading historical text. We can learn history by reading historical texts such as Maha and Deepa Vamsa. And the last thing is visiting museums. By visiting museums, we can also learn about our history and its sources. Okay children, now let's learn about some of the greatest kings in Sri Lanka. Okay children, now let's learn about our first king. Do you know who is our first king? I think you remember our first king is Prince Vijaya. A long time ago, it is believed that an Indian prince was sent off by his father, the king, in a ship because he was causing too many problems in the kingdom. The troublesome prince was Prince Vijaya. He was the first king in Sri Lanka. He landed in Tambapanni near Maha in Sri Lanka. The Sinhalese people are believed to be an descendants of Prince Vijaya. Okay children, now let's learn about King Devanampiyathissa. King Devanampiyathissa was a noble and wise king. He was a friend of Emperor Ashoka, a mighty Indian ruler. Although they never met, history says they sent messages and gifts to each other. It is believed that King Tissa met the monk Mahinda, the son of Ashoka, who was sent as a messenger of Buddhism to Sri Lanka at a place called Mihintale near Anuradhapura. Today it is one of the most sacred sites in Sri Lanka. So, during the King Devanampiyathiss's period, monk Mahinda, the son of Emperor Ashoka, sent as a messenger of Buddhism in Sri Lanka. Okay, let's learn about King DUTTHAGAMUNU. He defeated Elara, the Tamil invader from Chola kingdom. DUTTHAGAMUNU also expanded and beautified the city of Anuradhapura. Later, he fought and defeated many other princes to make his kingdom a very powerful one in Sri Lanka. DUTTHAGAMUNU was a noble and righteous king. He built many stupas, monasteries and shrines. During his rule, trade between Sri Lanka and other countries instead greatly. DUTTHAGAMUNU built the Ruwanvali Saya in Anuradhapura. You can see here the picture of a Ruwanvali Saya. It is also known as the Great Stupa or Swarnamali Chetiya. The Ruwanvali Saya have another name. We call it as Swarnamali Chetiya. It is one of the tallest and most important Buddhist places of worship in the world. Okay children, now let's learn about King Vijayabahu I. King Vijayabahu I is one of our noblest kings. He became the king of Ruhuna more than 1000 years after DUTTHAGAMUNU. He fought against the Chola rulers and further expanded his kingdom. He crowned himself as the king of Lanka and made Polonnaruwa as his capital. He ruled for more than 50 years, and in his time there was order, peace and prosperity. Both Hinduism and Buddhism were respected during his period. Okay children, let's learn about King Parakramabahu I. King Parakramabahu I is hailed as one of the greatest kings of Sri Lanka. He constructed nearly 1,000 tanks for storing rainwater and flood water. These tanks irrigated the fields and helped to cultivate enough food grains to make the entire kingdom prosperous. The biggest of these tanks is called the Parakramasamudra. King Parakramabahu I also built the Galvihara or the rock temple at Polonnaruwa. The main features of this temple are the 4 images of Buddha in different poses built into a single rock face. During the reign of King Parakramabahu, Polonnaruwa became an important city. He encouraged arts and literature and also established a university called Vijaya to promote research in herbal remedies. This sculpture in Polonnaruwa is said to be an image of King Parakramabahu. Okay children, now let's see places of historical importance in Sri Lanka. There were many other great kings who built great monuments. Many of these monuments survive to this today. So, let's see that great monuments. Jaya Maha Bodhi tree. Jaya Maha Bodhi is a sacred big tree in Anuradhapura. It is a branch of the historical Bodhi tree in India, which the great founder of Buddhism, Gautama Buddha, meditated and received enlightenment. This tree is the oldest living human planted tree in the world. Today, it is one of the most sacred pilgrimage spots for the Buddhists. Okay children, now let's see Temple of the Sacred Tooth. Sri Dalada Malikava or the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic is a Buddhist temple in the city of Kandy, Sri Lanka. It is located in the Royal Palace of Kandy. The temple houses the relic of the tooth of Buddha. Our next topic is Sigiriya Rock Fortress. Sigiriya is an ancient place located near the town of Dambulla. It is a huge column of rock about 200 meters high. It is believed that King Kashyapa built his palace and also a fortress on the top of this rock and decorated its sides with colorful paintings or frescoes. About halfway up the rock, on a level piece of land, he built a gateway in the form of a huge lion. The place was named Singhagiri or Sigiriya after the lion gate. Later, the entire rock fortress and palace of Sigiriya was used as a Buddhist monastery. Our last topic is taking care of monuments. The monuments have stood for hundreds of years. We must take care of our national monuments. We can take following steps to take care of them. Do not touch the sculptures, art objects or anything. Do not litter places. Do not write your name or scribble anywhere. Do not damage anything. Stop others from damaging these places. Here, this is the exercises that you want to do today. Thank you.